The U.S. Civil War ended over 150 years ago, at least officially. But the Confederacy went on to fight another day on the cultural front. Its flag and historical figures have become an essential part of many Americans' identity. But it seems the time has come for its last stand.
Can you imagine Jefferson Davis, Alexander Stephens, treason? They committed treason against the United States of America, and their statues are still here because their states put them here.
Robert E. Lee, Jefferson Davis, and Alexander Stephens actually have statues within the U.S. Capitol building. But now the call is coming for those statues to finally be removed 150 years later. The possibility has never been so real.
Confederate statues and monuments still pay tribute to white supremacy and slavery in public spaces. It is time to tell the truth about what these statues are: hateful symbols that have no place in our society and certainly should not be enshrined in the U.S. Capitol.
The Confederate flag is a symbol that many Southerners, as well as even low-income whites in other parts of the country, have come to identify with. But now the declaration is coming from the halls of power, saying that it's time for this to come to an end. The U.S. military, with the backing of the U.S. Senate, is talking about changing the name of bases named after Confederates. This does not sit well with the president.
It has been suggested that we should rename as many as 10 of our legendary military bases. My administration will not even consider the renaming of these magnificent and fabled military installations.
As the most diverse and integrated part of American society, it is only right that our installations bear the names of military heroes who represent the best ideals of our republic.
All across the country, Confederate monuments are being beheaded, toppled, and there's a friendly map to help you plan your next target. NASCAR has banned the displaying of Confederate flags at the racetrack.
The presence of the Confederate flag at NASCAR events runs contrary to our commitment to providing a welcoming and inclusive environment for all our fans, our competitors, and our industry. The display of the Confederate flag will be prohibited from all NASCAR events and properties.
A film that has long been considered to be a classic of American cinema is no longer available on HBO Max.
Gone with the Wind has captured the imagination and acclaim of the entire world.
The Confederacy was defeated in 1865. The U.S. Constitution outlaws the practice of slavery due to an amendment. Furthermore, Robert E. Lee's ranch has been converted into Arlington National Cemetery. So why are Americans still clashing over a war that ended over 150 years ago?
I understand why many people are pessimistic about the future of the United States of America, because this Civil War has not really ended. It is continuing under a different guise, and it would not be outlandish to suggest that the opponents of tearing down these statues objectively are pushing for a kind of second-class, third-class citizenship, if that, for Black Americans and for any people not defined as white. And as long as that kind of pernicious ideology persists, there will be a simmering civil war in the United States of America.
As we saw in Charlottesville 2 years ago and elsewhere in other parts of the country, many Americans have a strong emotional attachment to these Confederate symbols, and they're willing to fight back, with one side being branded as Nazis and the other side being branded as domestic terrorists. Civil tensions are high. At this point, they're set to flare up even further as the war against honoring the Confederacy rolls on. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.